Hi. Hi, everybody. Welcome to our Tuesday lunch chat. I'm crossing my fingers about this working better because all of the other network problems have been solved. Oh, and here it is. I'm going to be able to see your comments this time. I'm going to be able to see everything. So let's give three cheers for technology when it works. Happy New Year! Oh my God. We made it to 2021. Can you believe it? Hi, Julia. I feel positively giddy because this thing's working. That was so frustrating. So nothing worked last week. I feel like I should have been wearing a tinfoil hat because every form of technology was not behaving. And now it's working. And it's, oh my God, the things you take for granted when your tech works, right? Oh, so I have all this fun stuff to show you. Happy New Year, Bert. Hi, Diane. Hi, Heidi. Hi, Mary. Hi, Christy, Patty, Nydia. Hello, Kara. Jen, Margot. Oh, it's so great. I can see the comments. Oh, I know you guys were so nice. You're like, I can hear you. It's working now, but I couldn't see any of that. And like it kicked me off the one time, so then I restarted and um yeah, anyways, 2021. Go in a new direction. Right, let's hope. So yeah, I finished some stuff up at the end. I did not make my goal. I got 76%, I believe, and I wrote a blog post. If you haven't checked it out yet, it's on our website. I summed up my year's worth of knitting. So even though I didn't make my goal, I am not at all sad about that because I knit 13 sweaters, 13 baker's dozen, and like six shawls and seven pairs of socks and a host of other random projects. Um, it was a lot of knitting. It was many, many miles of knitting. In fact, it was like 17 and a half miles or 18 miles or something like that. It was a lot. So all of that's fine. Goals are something to strive for, and I didn't hit the one I made, but it was an ambitious goal to begin with, as it was more than my previous year, and I didn't meet my previous year's goal either. So why I thought upping the ante would be helpful, who knows? But I think I'm going to set the same goal for next year or this year, which is 55 projects. So I think I hit 40 some 40, I can't remember. I hit 75% of that. We'll just go with the same goal, whatever. So I'm going to show you guys some of the stuff that I finished there in a mad flurry of knitting at the end. I was cranking things out, trying to get things done. And so the first up is one of the things I finished. It was my baker's dozen sweater. So I had finished my shifty for 12, and I thought, why be happy with 12? Let's go ahead and finish this one I started around election week. So, oh, actually, it was before election week. I worked on it election week, but this one is a bit of a fail in its current state. So let's talk about it first, right? Let's get it out of the way. This is my garden gate, all finished. And isn't it gorgeous? I love the sleeve detail. It feels amazing, you guys. I wish you could just feel through the screen. Just go ahead, reach through right now, give it a squish. Squish, squish. Um, Here's the reason it's a fail. For some reason, a lot of people have a problem with doing two color stranded knitting, being too tight and carrying their floats too tight. I had the opposite problem. So I got too loose on my stranded portion, basically the yoke. It's too big. So it's too big, like all through this area, which wouldn't be completely a problem by itself, but it is um not properly fitting, but where it makes the most impact is through the shoulder because it means there's too much room. So it's hanging too low in the armhole where the armhole should be. And even though I knit the sleeves from the armhole to my perfect sleeve measurement, my arm measurements, it hangs too low because it's too big. So the sleeve comes to like the tips of my fingers. And the big problem with that is I did all this beautiful color work on the sleeve that I don't want to rip out. Like if I could shorten the sleeves by about 2.5 inches. Hi, Campbell.
Hi. Hello, everyone.
If I could shorten the sleeves without redoing the color work, like I could technically, if I really wanted to just like make myself crazy, put in two lifelines, cut in the middle, and then graft together and do a little bit of fudging where the difference in the decrease. I could do that. I know how to do that. Technically, competently wise, I could do that. I don't really want to do that. I could rip it back because it was, it was top down. So I could rip it back and go back up and start my color work earlier. I don't know what to do. I don't know if I really want to make this whole thing again. The yoke is just too loose. I'm terrified to try putting it in. Julia, I see you scheming. She wants this sweater. It's probably too big on you, my dear. We're pretty similar, right? Um, someone mentioned, trying to make it smaller, like shrinking it intentionally. That just terrifies me. This is a 70% wool, 30% alpaca. Um, so anyways, I'm not sure. I'm still thinking. It's not a done deal yet. It's probably just going to go on display for a while because it shows the yarn off beautifully. Oh God, the color in this monos alpaca heather and the feel. It's amazing, you guys. This is one of my most underrated yarns in the store right now. It's a sport weight by category, but this is a DK sweater. This is knit at 5.5 stitches to the inch, probably 5.25 up here in the yoke where I was too loose. But we just got restocked on all our colors. I highly suggest it. Highly suggest it for anything sport to DK. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. God, I mean, I would knit with it again in a heartbeat. Maybe I'll just have to make another one of the Knit Love Wool sweaters, um, and just have a do over and put this one on display. It happens. Sometimes it happens. Happens to the best of us. Um, all of our, good planning sometimes can't account for inexplicably getting loose. It could be because I was drunk. I did a lot of drinking election week. That's when I was predominantly working on this yoke. No, that's silly. Anyway, I'm just kidding, guys. But that's the sad tale of Garden Gate for now. Maybe I'll endeavor to do something about it later. Okay, so then I also finished. I have to back up. Back up. Back up. I finished my glamping blanket. Yay! And I love, love, love this thing. I love, love, love it. If you guys did not see Sarah Mulholland's blanket that she posted in our Not Another Hat Unraveled group, go find it because she did a Christmas one and it is stunning. She took a picture of it on the back of her couch near her tree, and I completely, completely want to do it. Mary, I always swatch. I swatch and I wash my swatch. She asked if I swatched. My gauge in stockinette is dead on. I just got loose in my stranded color work. So, but thank you for asking because it is important to always swatch. Um, so yeah. Anyways, glamping blanket for the win. Well, we have some colors. We're a little picked over in the vintage chunky, and Barocca's not getting another shipment until the end of March, unfortunately. So they're a little low too. But I fully intend when fennel gets back in stock, um, and sour cherry to copy Sarah Mulholland because you said such a good idea and make a Christmas one that I can put out at Christmas time because I just love all the different textures and colors and way the yarns come together. And, who doesn't love knitting a blanket on a size 10 needle, right? Other thing about this, usually you guys, when I make a sweater out of superwash, I don't actually wash it in the washer. I block it in the sink like I do everything, and then lay it flat to dry because I feel like I have more control over it that way. But I was curious about this yarn that I sell on the regular as a washable chunky yarn. So I put this puppy in the machine and in the dryer, and it 100% thrived. I mean, you would never know, never know. It's not pilled. It's like my ends didn't come out. It weathered it all beautifully. And I did use my wool setting. It's my machine. That's my machine's delicate setting. And I did low in the dryer, and it worked great. I just love this. So our this matches where our guest bedroom is going to be. So it's even got a destination. So that was another major thing I finished up. right in the nick of time. I think I finished that on the morning of the 31st, or maybe it was the 30th. So it might have been the 31st because then I was looking for something small that I could do to boost my numbers. And I remembered that I still have two Afghan squares, or had two Afghan squares to do to complete my Great American Aran Afghan that I have been knitting for the second time, along with my class, my virtual class. And so I decided I would bust those out. So I started and finished on New Year's Eve day. This was my 19th square right here. I like this one. Fun little motif. And then started, but only got halfway through because it was a lot more intense. So didn't get this one in on the 2020 deadline, but it did become my very first completed project of 2021 because I finished it about noon on the first, my 20th square, and now I'm working on the border, which is no small bit of knitting. So much. And then I'm gonna I laid it all out a couple days ago, all 20 squares, and I kind of moved them around until I felt like it was balanced, and not all the baubles weren't in one quadrant, and all of the squares knit in the round weren't in one place, and I got it just how I liked it. Took a picture, and I am ready to start assembling the afghan. So I think that I'll just kind of work on that because it's you crochet it together, and I think I'll just kind of work on that here and there up in the TV room. So I feel like I am just like on a roll, right? And then I also blocked my swatch, knitted and blocked my swatch for Fiat, which is the January Knit Along workshop class with Marie Green from Olive Knits. And I'm using gold, Lucky Tweed. And the swatch instructions are for this double moss stitch here. And I have a really hard time with my tension in moss stitch, and so I swatched because I've been watching a lot of people not get gauge, or not get Marie's gauge, I should say. So I knew that I probably wouldn't out of the gate, so I did a 4, a 5, and then a 6. And I did it all at once so that I could wash it, let it dry, and then take my measurements. And so I still am not at gauge on the 4. This is where I'm closest. So, and then on the 5, and then the 6. But because Marie's a genius, she gives you all kinds of options, 3 gauge options with all of the size breakdowns, so that if you just can't get gauge, like a lot of people are having a hard time, then you can do a different option. You can do option 3. So I am still not decided. I know a lot of people cast on. It officially kicked off yesterday, but I haven't cast on yet because I do kind of like the density of the 4. It's pretty dense, but I kind of want that for this sweater. So I think what I might do is cast on and knit a portion of the cable pattern on the 4, and then see what I think about that gauge, because she does give you the gauge over the cable pattern. I might compare that and see where I would fall. I don't know that I trust my own gauge swatch in double moss, that I feel like my gauge in stockinette via the cable pattern is going to be a bit different. So I might do that before I fully cast on. We'll see. But anyways, I'm excited for this. I need to get caught up. I probably won't be able to cast on till next week because this is the week that I am in charge of shipping my first box for the Good Vibes Yarn Tour. So that is all it's about this week for me. Assembling boxes, folding tissue, wrapping things up, packing things up, shipping them out. So I'm hoping to have those all done between tomorrow and the weekend to ship on Monday. And then maybe I can finally kind of turn my focus to casting on Fiat. So yeah, I did a ton of stuff in the last week. It was really great. I'm going to look at your comments here really quick. Kim's going for 20.5 on the 4. Yeah. Or that's what you have and you're going for. Yeah. Amber says it messed with her tension too. It is funny that that back and forth of the double moss. It's a very inelastic stitch pattern, not like stockinette at all. Bert, I think most of my staff, excuse me, achieved 18. Yeah, I'm just gonna go for the one closer to that. So yeah, it sounds like everybody's kind of in the same boat, and that's what's so great is that she gives us options so that you don't have to be frustrated and um, feel like you aren't going to find something that will make it fit right. She gives you all of the options. Yes. So excellent. I'm glad so many of you guys are going to make it. Woohoo. Um, I'll be sharing my progress once I finally get started. Yeah, so Julia, I also am worried my gauge would be tighter in the cables, and so I don't want to end up doing a 4 and then having this petite little sweater that my only my 13-year-old can fit. Marie, hi! Oh my God, Marie. Yeah, if anyone knows the perils of when tech is against you, it's you after yesterday and your staff. So, yeah, I'm so excited to get started though. It's going to kill me that I can't cast that on. Um, Maybe I'll have some energy in the evenings. I'm just thinking of what it's going to be like to I mean even just Julia assembled boxes for the last shipment or assembled quite a few of them. It's just like she knows just sitting there strapping tape on boxes for hours and hours and hours. I'm going to probably put my kids to work to help me out with that, but they don't know it yet. So mom's the word. Um yeah, and so oh, wait, let me tell you what I'm wearing. I am wearing my Belfast hoodie that I made a long time ago. Oh, I was going to drop a link to this here for you. I had that ready to go. So here, let me put that in. It's an oldie but goodie. And I made this in 2016, 4 years ago. That's a long time. It was at the very end of 2016. Wow. And I made it in knitted with worsted, which we're out of right now, but we tend to carry off and on because we love it. And of course, Black Magic is this red. She just kills this red with it's such a good red. Right up my alley. It is deep and saturated and not too warm. I don't like a tomato red. I like more of a cool red. So yeah, I realized this morning today is day 100 of my 100-day dress challenge. I made it 100 days wearing this dress every single day. And um, as I was looking for something to wear with it, I realized I've never worn this sweater with it. And I was already recycling sweaters, wearing them the second time around, thinking I had worn everything. But I hadn't. So I was like, well, of course I have to wear this today. So it's a great worsted weight, really pretty straightforward knit, mostly stockinette. And then there's just a bit of texture right here. I don't know if that's really coming through, but you do some garter ridges in the yoke. So, oh, and it has a hood. So, yeah, really fun, easy. Um, I used 6 skeins of the knitted wit, and this is a 41, which, as you can tell, is not exactly my size these days. Thank you very much. Holidays at home. Um, so I keep pulling it like this because it wants to go like this. Um, so maybe just a bit of stretch to try to get away with wearing it today. Kim, I cannot believe you're already at 41 days. I feel like you just started. And Anne, you have to be done, right? Are you about done? Um, and Shonda, you're on day 2. Yay for day 2. Oh, you're right at the beginning. I gotta tell you, I never got tired of it. There was some lounge around days at home where it would be like noon and I would still be basically in like sweatpants that I threw on when I got out of bed, and I'd be like, oh gosh, I gotta go put the dress on. Days where I never left the house, basically, where it wasn't the most exciting. I mean, but it's certainly comfortable. I mean, couldn't be more comfortable and warm, which is great, especially when your heat goes out for 6 days. It's a great thing to have to wear. Um, so yeah, all in all, I'm just staring at my closet right now thinking, I don't like any of this stuff. Like, none of this looks exciting. There's a whole lot of really cheap, fast fashion clothes that I don't care for and don't need. So I'm definitely going to be cleaning out that closet. Um, I got a new dress for Christmas that is a much straighter shape. It doesn't have the A flare of the Rowena, which is what I'm wearing. It's the hood. I mean, it's the sweatshirt dress, not a hood. It's like a mock turtle, 2 front straight pockets, and it's very, very cute. Looks great in the front, too tight over my ass. So I don't think I can go up a size because I think it would get way too big up in my shoulders. I do think I can maybe reduce the size of my ass a smidge with the my new exercise bike that's on its way. So I did buy the bike. Ooh, ooh. I don't know why I'm laughing. Oh God. Anyways, I am excited for it. I'm not no, I'm excited for it. I'm excited to have it as an option so I don't always have to just run on the treadmill if I want to exercise. So anyways, well, I'll keep you posted on whether that dress, you'll know because I'll wear it someday if it fits. I mean, it just very nearly fits. It's my own discomfort with the rear view. It really fits fine actually. So we'll see. Um, I did not get the Peloton. I got the Nordic Track version of the same idea. So it's got like the subscription where you can do rides and classes with instructors. And I'm excited for it because I'm also excited they have like combo classes where you can hop off the bike and do some stuff like some yoga or some other cardio and then get back on, like do kind of more interesting stuff. Because one of my biggest problems with working out is my mind wandering and getting bored with doing the same thing. That is the immediate killer of my desire to work out. So if it's something where I'm getting fresh classes, fresh rides, like scenery, all of that, I think it'll be a lot more helpful. So I think it's supposed to arrive next week. Um, oh, Julia, you're planning your dress number two. Yeah, I know. So I get to now, since I got that dress for Christmas, I get to pick out another. I'm pretty certain I'm going for the sleeveless so that I have something I can wear in warmer weather and still with a light cardigan kind of thing, but without quite the same heat as the full sleeves. So I'm pretty sure that that's where I'm going, and I'm boring, so I'm probably gonna do black. Yeah, probably black. Gray looks really weird on my pasty Irish skin, so I'm probably gonna do black. Anyways, oh my God, I've been blabbing at you guys for 22 minutes. Okay, it's beyond time to let you go. So if you didn't see on our newsletter, it's or on the Unraveled group, we are taking submissions right now for the 2021 Not Another Hat Ravelry Challenge. So go to our most recent blog post where I talked about my year in knitting. I've got at the end of that is the instructions for joining the challenge. And we would love to have you join us. And then on Friday, after we do our live lunch chat, I will be going live in the Ravelry Challenge group on Facebook, and we will be doing a live prize drawings. We have lots of prizes, and everyone who participated will be in the drawing for most of the prizes. We'll have a couple special prizes for people based on what they've turned in for their results, etc. So you don't have to have participated in 2020 to be in the group. You can go and join the group. Just send us, we have a Google form that's linked in there where you can go in and submit your goal for the year. And we have a link to the video how to go and set your goal in your Ravelry. And then periodically through the year, people check in, they give their progress. We talk about if we're on track or not. And then just like this year, at the end of next year, we'll do prizes. And so it's pure fun, nothing competitive. The only thing you're doing is keeping track. Julia, thank you. She just dropped the blog post into the comments here, so you can go click that link and read about my year in knitting in 2020, and then find out how to enter the Ravelry Challenge for 2021. We would love to have you. It's a lot of fun, and we don't all meet our goals. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you back here same time on Friday. So take care. Bye.